As the dawn of May 1st, 2023 shed light upon the quaint borough of Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, the very same county where another well-known individual once lived, Bryan Kohberger. A shadow of sorrow darkened the lives of the Smithers family. The Stroud Area Regional Police Department had just made a harrowing announcement. Dana Smithers, a mother of three and a beloved figure in the community, had been found dead. Just 4 days prior, on a seemingly ordinary spring morning of April 27th, a borough employee had stumbled upon a chilling discovery while on duty. While meandering through the wooded area next to Park Avenue 80 East on-ramp, the worker had unearthed what appeared to be human remains. Swiftly reported to the authorities, the remains were meticulously gathered by detectives and dispatched to the coroner's office for scrutiny. An autopsy conducted on May 1st confirmed the worst. The remains were those of Dana Smithers. The cause and manner of death, however, remained a mystery, shrouded in unanswerable questions that hung heavy on the hearts of her loved ones. Her kids need her. I need her. My mom needs her, echoed Stacy Smithers, Dana's elder sister, her voice filled with an indescribable sorrow. Her young sister, Dana, a vivacious 45-year-old woman, had disappeared almost a year earlier, on May 28th of 2022, leaving a void in their lives that deepened with each passing day. Both Stacy and Dana had grown up amidst the serene beauty of Stroudsburg, nestled at the edge of the Poconos. Their childhood rich with laughter and love, painted against the backdrop of this picturesque resort community. Dana, known for her buoyant spirit and infectious laughter, a beacon of joy in the family. Dana's laugh was contagious. She had this boisterous personality that radiated joy. Even when she had a cold and was comparatively calm, we all would be amused. Stacy fondly recalled, her voice tingling with nostalgia. Dana had been a loving mother to three children, and her world revolved around them. Her dedication towards her kids was evident in every facet of her life, leaving no room for doubt that Dana would never voluntarily leave them behind. The fateful day of May 28, 2022, Dana and her youngest daughter had planned to spend some quality time with the daughter's father. Although Dana was no longer in a relationship with him, the three maintained a cordial relationship. They decided to soak in the festive atmosphere at the Happy Hour Bar and Grill in Stroudsburg, mingling with the crowd and swaying to the music. Following their lively outing, they had returned to Dana's house, where Dana decided to invite her friend and neighbor, Tara Sione, to come over and relax on the patio. Tara, who had known Dana for 16 years, shared a bond that transcended the constraints of friendship. "We've raised our children together," Tara had once told Dateline, her voice choking with emotion. Tara had spotted Dana earlier in the day en route to the street festival, and they had promised to catch up later. They did indeed meet at the festival and had a fun-filled time. Later in the evening, Dana dropped by Tara's place, a usual occurrence given their close-knit relationship. Tara observed that Dana seemed a bit unsettled that night, an observation corroborated by Dana smoking a cigarette, a habit she usually fell back on only when she was nervous. Overlooking Dana's anxiety as mere aberration, Tara decided to call it a night, declining Dana's invitation to hang out at her place. "I would have known that was the last time I would have seen her. I would have definitely asked more questions," Tara lamented, the regret in her voice palpable. As the clock struck 11 that night, Dana was seen leaving Tara's place, her phone in her hand, caught on the Ring camera doorbell. That was the last known sighting of Dana. On the morning of May 29th, an unsettling realization came upon the Smithers family. Stacy received a frantic call from her mother, who informed her that Dana had not come home the previous night. Dana's history of occasionally staying out overnight and not checking in, tempered with the initial worry, especially given her age, 45, yet what raised an alarm was the discovery of Dana's phone and car keys at the house. If she was going to go out, she would have taken the car, Stacy insisted, emphasizing the abnormality of the situation. Dana had a tumultuous journey battling substance abuse, but had recently been making significant strides towards recovery. Her prescribed medication was a lifeline in her journey, making their untouched presence at the house even more distressing. Stacy recollected her sister's progress fondly. Her meds had been adjusted recently by her primary care physician, and in my opinion, she was getting much better. We were getting close again. Tara echoed Stacy's disbelief, expressing her firm belief that Dana was not using again. She could have told me, but I really don't think it was that, Tara insisted, her voice resolute. By Memorial Day, May 30th, an unmistakable sense of dread had settled upon the Smithers family. Dana had broken an age-old family tradition of visiting the Nobles Park, a staple in their Memorial Day celebrations. She would not have missed Memorial Day, Stacy affirmed, her voice heavy with concern. Her fears also confirmed. Stacy reported Dana missing on May 31st to the Stroudsburg Regional Police Department. But the initial response was dismissive, citing Dana's adult status. Relentless efforts by Dana's friends eventually prompted the police to take the case seriously, and an official missing persons report was filed on June 5th of 2022. The police department made a public appeal for information regarding Dana's whereabouts on June 22nd, confirming that no concrete leads had yet surfaced. The search conducted in the area of Glen Park in Stroudsburg yielded no substantial results, deepening the mystery even further. As months turned into a year, the hope of finding Dana diminished. Both Stacy and Tara harbored a grim belief that something tragic had transpired. I don't think she's here anymore, Stacy admitted, when Tara added she would never have left her children like this. And then tragically, May 1st, 2023, the Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania Police Department officially announced that Dana's body had been found. But who was the killer? Who could carry out such a heinous act on an innocent mother? Could it be someone that she knew, someone she was involved with, maybe not romantically, but maybe possibly from her past years of substance abuse? Today, we learn new pieces to this puzzle, new pieces to the puzzle that make it even more confusing than it already was. As we've learned that Bryan Kohberger's parents, yes, that Bryan Kohberger, accused of murdering the 4 Idaho students in Moscow while they slept late one night, his parents were called to testify before a grand jury in Pennsylvania, the very county where these heinous actions took place, the very county where Bryan Kohberger also once lived. Reporter Brian Anton tweeting out today that a source close to the case says Kohberger has a solid alibi and is likely not connected to Smithers' disappearance, but the grand jury has not concluded their proceedings and the investigation is ongoing. There have been rumors for quite some time that Pennsylvania police were looking into another case. And let's not forget that for some time, there have been rumblings and rumors and sources telling news outlets that the Pennsylvania police were looking into another case to determine whether Kohberger was involved. And now we learn his parents being called to testify in a grand jury hearing related to the missing and now deceased Dana Smithers. What does it all mean? That's a question that many of us will continue to ask, and we'll continue to follow for you right here as the case against Bryan Kohberger continues to get deeper and darker by the day. He may have no involvement at all, or this may be another twisted turn in this tale of Lives cut short far too soon by an individual that felt all too eager to end them themselves. Press subscribe so you don't miss any of our continuing coverage in this case. My name is Tony Bruschi. Stay with us.